Hey everyone, and welcome to Flint Community Players Artist Spotlight, where we highlight the artists that lend their talents to Flint Community Players, along with artists from the greater Flint and Genesee County area. Today we are joined by the director for the upcoming Ghost Lake series production of Constellations, Mr. Klee. Thanks for joining us, Connor.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Alright, so Connor, starting us out, you are, like we said, the director of the upcoming show Constellations. What drew you to the story of Constellations?
Just the fact that it's, at its core, it's just a love story about these two people. I mean, you can get big and heady about, how it travels the multiverse and its various iterations, but at its core, it's just these two people. And then you get to explore these two people fully and see their range of expression, their range of ability to be vulnerable. So I think that's what drove me straight down through the show.
Constellations is a part of the Flint Community Players Ghost Lake series, which is a series that aims to tell stories that provoke a deeper conversation about different human experiences and everything. What interests you the most about the Ghost Lake series as a member of it?
I think probably more than anything else is the series' ability to tackle material that is innovative, however it's pronounced, but shows that require a very specific point of view and very open-ended artistic interpretation of that view, and the freedom to be able to do whatever within the parameters of the story being told.
This actually will not be your first time directing here at FCP. And it actually will not be the first time in general for your time here. We have seen you on stage as an actor in things such as Voices from the Shore, Scarborough. You have been a director for was it The Shape of Things? Was that?
It was.
Yes, The Shape of Things, and now Constellations. So you've done a lot of work as not just a director, but also as a stage manager, an actor, stuff like that. How does your experience as a stage manager or as an actor help you as a director?
I think just having a well-rounded sort of theater experience in general will always help you as a director. I probably even more so in the role of a director than as a stage, actor to a stage manager or a director to a stage manager. Because as a director, being the unifying artist or the artist that sort of leads the charge through the story, it helps having both perspective on all of the different processes, not just so you're able to communicate with other people and guiding them through their artistic point of view, but also just being able to sit back and say, I understand this, I don't fear this, I'm going to let someone else take the reins on this aspect.
And hearing you talk about directing is always a really cool thing, just because I personally love your takes on directing, what drives you, all that stuff. What would you say is your favorite part of the directing process?
God, I think it depends on the day what I'm doing. If we're in rehearsal, I'd say it's being in rehearsal. If we're in a design meeting, I would say it's being in design meetings. And but if I really had to choose, it's this really wonderful moment after tech going into dress, when you can just sort of feel yourself stepping away and going, this is no longer my engine to keep running. Mm-hmm. And you just get to see all these other artists come in after you and hold up and all the work that everyone has done, and you get the privilege then to be like, they did that.
So your range of shows that you've directed covers a lot of different things, and the range of roles that you've played covers a vast type of genres of shows and everything like that. What are the types of shows that pique your interest the most as a director?
As a director, wow. Shows that deal with very specific aspects of the human experience. So if we look at Constellations, that's what we're here to talk about. It's about the expression of love. With I had the opportunity to direct God of Carnage. With that, it's the opportunity to explore the expression of childishness, playfulness, rottenness. And you can go on and on, but it's right now shows that deal with an element of human expression.
A little bit of outside of theater thing about you, Connor, is that when not doing theater, you also do D&D campaigns.
Yes.
So Dungeons and Dragons, for those of you who don't know what D&D stands for, which I actually am a part of one. Super fun. What do you think? Something I've noticed is that a lot of theater people tend to gravitate towards D&D. I know a lot of theater people who just latch to it and love it so much. Why do you think it is that theater and artsy types of people tend to fall in love with D&D?
Well, I think theater people, to be specific in that, it's the storytelling opportunity in a totally different mode. In theater, a lot of times we're dealing with a very particular set of rules in how we communicate and the mode of which we're telling the story. And this is just another mode with another set of rules that is both engaging artistically, intellectually, but also, logistically, because there's the aspect of gameplay with it. And also it's just fun. Theater people generally just like to have a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anyone who's like a good time. But you also mentioned just artistic people in general, and I think that is true over the last 10 years. It's a lot of people are just finding that this hobby is an incredible outlet for creativity and to tell stories, whether it's through a visual art, or it's through actually playing the game. I think it all comes down to the ability to tell fantastical stories, and who doesn't like to roll dice and kill monsters?
Exactly. So getting back to Constellations, this show is a two-person show. So we mentioned a little bit before, there's only two actors on stage for this entire thing, and that's a really cool, unique type of show. What unique challenges arise with directing a two-person piece like this?
The challenge is making sure that these two people, because another thing about the show is it's nonstop. Mm-hmm. There is no scene break or act break or intermission. It's these two people on the entire time. So then the challenge for them is to be able to keep that energy up, and so then the challenge for someone that's directing is to encourage that or to facilitate that. Like, hey, we gotta drive this home. We gotta treat this like a marathon and not, ring our bell, 10 pages in of a 70-page script.
So, Connor, with Constellations coming up this upcoming weekend for a one-weekend only performance, by the way, March 18th through the 20th, what do you hope that audiences are going to take away from the show?
Love each other, absolutely. That's it. Love each other, absolutely. There's one moment in the show when one of the characters talks about time, and she says, "We will have all the time we've ever had, no more, no less of it. So, love each other absolutely."
Oh, and I am so excited to have the audiences reactions to this. We cannot wait to hear what you as the audience think of this show. Connor, thank you so much for talking about the show, talking a little about yourself, your process, everything like that. To end us out, we always ask the interviewees to talk to the camera and let us know about any projects that you have coming up that the audience can support you with, any shout-outs that you'd like to make, anything like that.
Come see Constellations this weekend, 18th, 19th, 20th. Visit flintcommunityplayers.com to book your tickets now.